One of the biggest challenges facing care homes today is keeping residents active and engaged with the outside world. Studies show that 50% of them never go outside and spend most of their time doing very little. Growing Support was set up 3 years ago after its co-founder Victoria Hill saw how her elderly relatives were left lonely, bored and inactive. It's now an award-winning social enterprise, running weekly gardening clubs in care homes, supported by trained community volunteers.
So every group is supported by people from the local community volunteers, and they provide that individual support so everybody can take part, but they also chat and reminisce and help people share stories. So there's a really great social atmosphere as part of the groups.
Well, I wished it was every day.
It helps improve mood and behaviour and overall physical and mental well-being.
Growing Support was originally brought into Blossom Fields by Grove Care as part of a council-run scheme. It continued independently after the owners saw how much the residents benefited from the sessions.
Specifically with gardening, lots of people who've moved to live with us have enjoyed gardening all their life. And perhaps if we didn't have something like the activities we run with Growing Support, they perhaps would never be able to get involved in gardening again for the rest of their life.
If we plant it out into one of the beds here, we'll give it a bit more space to grow, because they're pretty hardy, aren't they? I think.
Yeah, I should think so. I do. I enjoy my garden, yes. I do very often. I've done it for ever since I was a little girl.
I think I enjoy it, yes. It's a good memory.
It brings me great happiness and interest. Because in a nursing home, there's very little that you can do.
The cooperation and involvement of all the nursing staff is key, particularly the activities coordinator.
Obviously, we can't operate without the help of an activity coordinator, because it's their role to bring the residents along and help us get to know the residents, get to know what they want to do, what they enjoy, what they don't enjoy.
Growing Support have been fantastic. The social interaction that they bring, the activities, the stimulation is fantastic for residents. It's always something different, it's never the same thing. And because Growing Support have volunteers as well, you've got that other element of having people come in that also enjoy being here as well, and it just makes a lovely atmosphere for everybody. So it's always a bit of a buzz when Growing Support are in the building.
It's just magical. I had somebody the other week and she was like, no way she was going to do anything, and we tried and tried. She said, no, you do it, and in the end she was mucking in, getting her hands dirty, and it was like, I was thinking, yeah,
One of the aspects that makes working with plants such a suitable activity for older people and those with dementia is its accessibility. Wheelchairs can be pushed up to garden tubs, and if the temperature drops, there's plenty to do indoors. The stimulation it brings is essential in keeping vital senses alive.
I think if you think of a sensory thing for someone with dementia, you can just put your hands in dirt. You can feel it, you can touch it.
Growing Support's original aims were to tackle social isolation, loneliness and inactivity through social gardening activities. They've now established 30 gardening activity groups across the west of England, proving that people with dementia can continue to make an active contribution to their community.
I definitely recommend it. I just tell everybody about it. It's just great, and I think more homes should do it. I think every home should have this facility. It's just good for everybody.